Hi and welcome back to another video. In this session we're going to be covering resistance in series and parallel circuits. So here what I've done is added a key to the right hand side. So what we've got is 3 bullet points. The first bullet point represents the series circuits. So this here is series. This bullet point here. And what this says is the total resistance, that's RT, is equal to the summation of all the resistance R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus anything else, all the way to the end resistance in series. So, what does that mean? So if we look at this diagram below, this is a series circuit. We've got 3 resistors, so if we plug in, if we say 10 ohms is R1, we've got 5 ohms as R2 and 25 ohms as R3. So now if you imagine plugging in R1, R2 and R3 into RT equation, what does the total resistance look like? So let's do that. We've got total resistance equals the number of resistors, so that's going to be 3, which is R1 plus R2 plus R3. We got RT is then equal to R1, which is 10 ohms, plus R2, which is 5 ohms, plus R3, which is 25 ohms. So if we add the total, RT is equal to 10 plus 5, which is 15, plus 25, which is 40 ohms. And now in this circuit we've got a voltage of 18 volts. So if we use Kirchhoff's law, which is V equals IR, how I like to draw it is using a triangle. So we've got voltage equals IR, so this line means multiply, so those two are multiplying and voltage is at the top. So in this case we can say what's the voltage in the circuit? That is equal to 18 volts. We've got RT as 40 ohms, but we have an I, the total current is unknown. So how do we work out the current? Well, if we cover I up, for example I wasn't here, this line means divide, so we got V divided by R. So that gives you your I. So I is equal to voltage divided by your total resistance, or your VT minus your divided by your RT. That's your total voltage. So your total current in the circuit is equal to 18 volts divided by 40 ohms, and that gives you 0.45 amps to 2 dp. So hopefully that's made sense in series. Now let's look at a parallel circuit, which is this circuit down below. Now in parallel it's going to work slightly different. We're going to have to use these two rules. What does the first rule say? Well, here it says the reciprocal of the total resistance is equal to the reciprocal of each resistance within the circuit. So that means to get the final total resistance, we again just take the reciprocal of the first bullet point. So in this example, how does that look like? Let me just take a moment to clear the screen. So now in parallel, we've got 3 resistors, 3 ohms, 5 ohms and 7 ohms. So let's label that R1, R2 and R3. Again, R1, R2, R3 could be anything. It could be different ohms. You could replace, this could be the third resistors, this could be the second, this could be the first. We could swap it whatever order we like. The order does not matter. So here we say 1 over RT, which is the total resistance, is equal to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. So we're taking the reciprocal of the number of resistors in the circuit. Here there are 3. Now for example, if there were 4, 5, 100, 200 or even 1,000 resistors, we take the reciprocal of each one. So in this case we say therefore 1 over RT is equal to 1 over 3 ohms plus 1 over 5 ohms plus 1 over 7 ohms. Now, if we calculate that, that gives us 1 over RT is equal to 71 over 105. Now, to get RT, again, we take the reciprocal. Can you see RT is the reciprocal of 1 over RT? So therefore, we say RT is equal to the inverse or the reciprocal of 71 over 105. So that's going to be all of that, which is equal to 105 over 71, which approximates to 1.48 ohms to 2 dp. So again, using Kirchhoff's law, V equals IR. Current is voltage divided by resistance. We can say, in this case, we've got 18 ohms. IT is equal to 18 volts. Sorry, that's volts divided by 1.48 ohms. That gives us our final current of 12.17 to 2 dp. So hopefully that's made a lot of sense. What I'll do is add a few more complex examples as we go down the line. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing and helping me to 100 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video.